All right, so before we actually play Mario, I have to do one thing. And it's something I've been neglecting to do. And that, of course, is make a thumbnail for my new YouTube video. Because I have yet to upload a video today. I have a daily streak going over 6 months, and I'm not about to blow it because I'm live on twitch.tv. Consider this portion of the stream teaching how to make thumbnails. How do I make my thumbnails for YouTube? Well, it all starts with my base page. I have static layers that I use in almost every thumbnail. So I have things like the font. The font is almost always the same. I always use Calibri Bold with a drop shadow that looks like a stroke. I just like the way it looks, and I think you should be consistent in it. I have these anime lines if I ever need them. I don't often need them, but if I ever need them. And then I have a few backgrounds that I use. I use the sky a lot, and then I use my room. And so then what I do is I will grab the video I'm going to make a thumbnail of, which in this case, boys, if you don't know TikTok, it is me reacting to unusual memes. These are the easiest thumbnails to make because they have a format to them. So this is the first thing I do when I try to get a thumbnail. I scroll through and I find a face that I think would be good in the video. For the unusual memes, it's usually better if I'm laughing because you want the unusual memes to be funny or the TikToks to be funny. So we're basically looking for a Ludwig W. That's a pretty good laugh. I like it. So then all I do is I take a snip. So now we have a snip of it. Control C, Control V. I grab the W tool, the Smart Select. Make sure I get all my body. Get a little closer. Make sure I get the full ear, the full hoodie. Nope, I don't want any of this. And then Control J. Make sure I like it. Looks good. Then I erase. I erase anything that's ugly. These weird lines at the bottom. Let's just get rid of that. Much better. This weird shit on my face got left over. I also do this in my thumbnails. It just makes it look a little worse. Nothing wrong with acne. It's on me. But if it can look 5% better, why not? So that's me. We have me. Throwing a drop shadow on that bitch. That looks fine. Throwing a drop shadow can help because it can show you if you missed shit. So for example, my whole right arm has like this weird fuzz layer, which I don't want. It looks dumb to me. So I'm going to just erase it. And it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter if it's the actual curve of your sweatshirt or this fake one. It just matters that it looks clean. And that looks pretty clean to me. All right, so we're good here. TikTok videos, I use the same format for every time. It's basically 2 images that I reacted to. We're not going to find the thing I laughed at the hardest, but we're going to find the thing that if I put in a thumbnail would look like something. That's it. Basically, if you see this in a thumbnail, you're like, oh, that's a dog, and you know. If I put this in a thumbnail, it's like, it's a cat. I don't really know. What is it doing? So I just kind of scroll through. Like, this is kind of funny. It's just like a toothless human. I'm down with toothless human. Why he got no tooth? You're supposed to have tooth. He got no tooth. What's going on? I throw it in, and I just use, like, just partition it in thirds. And you make it as big as possible so it's as clear when you zoom out, right? Thumbnail size. Alfred taught me this. Thumbnail size. Yeah, you can see it. It's a man with no tooth. And me laughing because that's funny. If you wanted to get really crazy and a little custom, you could try to like select the face of the guy and maybe like blur the background. But I think so many things are in the foreground that it would look unnatural. It's not necessary for my taste. Let's see what else goes in the middle. Animals work well. Women work well. So I would go for one of those two. Doesn't really feel like there's any women in the video, but there are a lot of animals. Which animal would come clearest? This is not bad. If you see this in a thumbnail, you're like, what's going on here? I kind of like this. Carl Weezer as Wario, but I also don't like it because it's kind of shit quality. And so it might look like I did it. I don't mind the turtle, but does it look like a turtle? I think the third option would be, I like this dog. So what do you think, chat? Which is best? Dog with mic, dog on dock, or the turtle? You guys have gone with a relatively safe choice, the dog with a microphone, which is the most clear of all the images. Control C, Control V, drop them in. And then we're going to throw him behind the other guy and just erase down and give him a little more room. All we need to do for me is put me above the dog layer. I'd put my background blue so it pops out a little more. So far, it's coming together. There's only one more thing we need, and it might be better for this situation if I select the dog, take the background, add a baby Gaussian blur, just so it looks like somewhat natural. It just makes the dog a little more clear.
Don't forget the TikTok logo.
Well, that's my last trick. The only other thing, as was already leaked, that I would need is the TikTok logo. Because even though it's unusual memes, people are already accustomed to me reacting to TikTok, so if they see the TikTok logo, they go, it's a TikTok video. I like to throw it where it's not in the way, which right now would be on my sweatshirt, and I just like to keep it in its like in a frame. Just something that looks a little like just perfectly on my sweatshirt or something. And then add a drop shadow on it. In general, you need to keep the bottom right clear, because the bottom right in thumbnails always has a timestamp of how long the video is. So if you have something in the bottom right, they won't see it. Something that is important. So you never put important information in the bottom right. I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's fine. Honestly, TikTok videos don't really need that much effort into it. And basically, anytime you make a thumbnail, before you upload it, zoom out to see what it looks like. Now, if the title's Ludwig reacts to unusual memes that'll knock you out of your chair, you know that it made Ludwig laugh, it has TikTok, and it has funny animal and funny face. Save it. And now we upload. So we go here, my channel. So we upload, change the title, Ludwig reacts to unusual memes. Here's the thing about Ludwig reacts to X. It doesn't matter. Ludwig reacts to unusual memes that will make you laugh. That's above my average. Ludwig reacts to TikToks that are actually unusual memes. That's above my average. Ludwig reacts to TikToks that aren't actually TikToks. That's above my average. Ludwig reacts to TikToks that are funny and ironic. All caps. That's well above my average. Title doesn't fucking matter. It just needs to be different so that the algorithm can pick up. Ludwig reacts to unusual memes that will make you lol and lamau. I add an end screen. Polite sometimes adds a little extra clip after the video's already done. So I have to be wary. So you can see right here, that's not end screen. That's like real shit. So I have to make sure there's nothing over it. So we're going to make it go a little further back so it's not in front of the time sound. No, I never laugh at your streams. Great, great. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Thank you. Save it. And then I pretty much just copy and paste all of the tags from my other videos for TikToks. Hashtags are important, more important than tags. At least Alfred told me that. I don't know if it's true. I believe it, so I just do it. And good. And now it's live. Boys, if you don't know, TikTok time has been replaced. We have murdered TikTok time, the death of TikTok time. And what replaced it? Ludwig reacts to unusual memes. Good one, Ludwig. Like the video. And then it's probably going to be you fucks who are in my stream. A lot of short jokes. Most of the comments on YouTube are pretty repetitive and pretty lame. But, you know, they get the job done. And then I'll check the video usually in 30 minutes because within 30 minutes, YouTube will have data on how your video is performing in comparison to the most previous 10 videos. And if it's not performing well, I might change the thumbnail or the title. If it's performing fine, I don't bother with it anymore. And that's all I do. That's how to make YouTube video. Now you can be famous too. Read the comments. Boys, if you... YouTube comments rarely put a smile on my face and usually just make me mad.
Alright, so that should just about do it. What's the next part? What's the next part that he said to do?
Make sure I like it. Looks good. Then I erase. I erase anything that's ugly.
Oh, alright. I gotta erase the ugly bits. Alright, that should be easy. There we go. Much better.